Hello everyone, I'm Sparkscast, and welcome to episode 1 of Sparkscast, a monthly podcast series I'll be doing where I talk about pretty much games I'm playing through, shows I'm watching, pretty much anything that's too short to be its own discussion video. I got this idea because I was talking to one of my friends, Jeremy from the J Jugular channel. I was asking him, what other kind of videos would you like me to do because I want to make more videos, and he recommended I do like a backlog video series where I talk about, because he knows on Twitter that I post about what games I'm playing, and once I start it up and once I beat it, and he suggests, like why not make a video series about that where you talk about the game, once you've beaten it, like what you like and all that stuff. So I thought that's a good idea. So I'll take that, and then I started thinking, can I expand on that? And that's how I came to this idea for this podcast. So big thanks to Jeremy from the J Jugular channel. Go check him out. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with this episode. Okay, so first thing I'll talk about is recent games that I've beaten. This podcast episode is being recorded in March. I'm going to go back to, I'll go back to November a bit. So yeah, because like I said, this will be a monthly series, so next month will be April. So I'll talk about what I've played between March and April. So with this one, it's between pretty much November to March. So let's get started. One of the first games I beat was Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Now, like a lot of people with, I'm going to refer to Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl as BDSP. Like a lot of people with BDSP, I was happy at first when they announced that, and then, once the games came out and I started seeing how it looked and how it played, I was pretty disappointed, I'm not going to lie. I honestly enjoyed Sword and Shield more than BDSP, because, I don't know, I just couldn't get over the chippy graphics, and I saw someone say this about BDSP, and I think it's true. It's not really a remake of Diamond and Pearl. It's classified as a remake, but it feels more like you're just playing the same game that you played back when those games were out. And yeah, I still had fun. Just, I don't know. Once I got near the end of the game, I just really felt like I just wanted to beat it and just get it over with. I really wasn't having too much fun once I got near the end. I will say the Elite Four was more difficult than they were in the original Diamond and Pearl, especially Cynthia. I still won though, but yeah. And one thing I hate, I didn't know this at first until I was talking with people in Discord, but one missing feature was that you couldn't do multi-battles. I'm like, I personally don't care for multi-battles, but the fact that I wasn't even there at first, it's there now, but the fact that I wasn't there at first is just stupid. I mean, what the hell? Why are you... That's such a basic feature in Pokemon games nowadays, and you're not going to put that in at the start? You have to wait for an update? I don't know, that's fucking stupid. I'm guessing they're gonna do, like, what, DLC or something, because I know you can get Pokemon like Shaman and Darkrai and maybe Arceus, but, like, people have only been doing it because, they're exploiting glitches and stuff. There's no legit way to get them right now. But I guess we'll see what happens, because, Legends Arceus is out now, everyone's playing that. I haven't played that myself yet, I probably should, but I'm focusing on other games, which I'm going to talk about later in this episode. But, yeah, I don't know, BDSP, I think just failed to live up to the hype. And what's funny, with Legends Arceus, my brother and I have talked about this, comparing that to BDSP, and we felt like, honestly, they should have just made BDSP in the style of Legends Arceus, just taking, the gameplay from that, just making like two separate versions, one for the Dialga, one for Palkia, and just making that the remake of Diamond and Pearl. I think that would have been amazing. Because the issue my brother has with not with BDSP, with Legends Arceus so far is that, a lot of the Pokemon, it focuses too much on Pokemon from Gen 1 through 4. You barely see any from Gen 5 and beyond, unless they have like a new variant that's in that game's region. So, it's Pokemon that we're already familiar with, you don't really get a chance to use any of the new Pokemon except for the ones that game introduced. But yeah. And that game and some other games, it is kind of showing the Switch's age. The Switch is a good system, but, it has... That game suffers from, like, things just popping in out of nowhere, which I've never been a fan of that. So, I don't know. Maybe in a couple of years we might see a new Switch, but yeah, I might talk about that in another video. But yeah. And another game that I beat back in November or December was Spyro 2 on the Reignited trilogy, which that was fun. Like, for those of you that don't know, I didn't grow up playing Spyro. My first PlayStation was actually the PlayStation 4. So, and I always wanted to play Spyro because I always thought those games looked fun, and plus I love dragons. Because a few years before then, I beat Spyro 1 on the Reignited trilogy, and even before that, I was able to put a PS1 emulator on my Wii and play Spyro 1 on there, the original Spyro 1. I mean, it ran okay. There were some issues, of course, like if I paused the game, the music would stop, like, completely, unless I went to another level or back to the hub world, but I 100%ed Spyro 1 on my Wii's emulator, and then I 100%ed Spyro 1 on the Reignited trilogy again. And with Spyro 2, I also 100% or 101%, I got everything. All the collectibles in the original Spyro 1, Spyro 1 Reignited, and Spyro 2 Reignited. And those games are pretty fun. I don't know when I'll play Spyro 3 or any other Spyro games, but yeah, because I don't really marathon them. One thing I did back then, I kind of marathoned some series, only ones I remember off the top of my head. I marathoned almost all of the Batman Arkham games, minus Origins, because I had already beaten Origins. Only thing I played during the marathon for that was the DLC, because I hadn't played the DLC. Because after that I played Origins Blackgate, then Asylum, then City, and then Night, which only one I didn't really like was Origins Blackgate, because that game just, I don't know, it was kind of rough. That's all I remember, but I really didn't enjoy it too much. But others were pretty fun, and I played them all on 360, except for Night while I was on PS4, and I do have the Return to Arkham collection on PS4, so I might replay Asylum and City, because with the combat, I didn't get too good at the combat until City. That's when I started learning about, combo takedowns. I wish I had known about that for Asylum and Origins, but, oh well. But yeah, and if you've seen on Twitter, I do have every Spyro game. I can play every Spyro game that's ever been made. So whether it be emulated or official, but yeah. So I don't know. And the next Spyro game I play probably will be Spyro 3 Reignited, or I think it's called Year of the Dragon. Yeah, I might do that. But yeah, Spyro is pretty fun. I'm just happy it also got the remastered treatment like Crash did. I've nothing against Crash. I've always been a bigger fan of Spyro. And I've always kind of hated how Crash seems to be more popular than Spyro, but that's just me. Let's see, another game that I beat. I think this was I beat this pretty fast actually, was Call of Duty Black Ops, the original Black Ops on 360 and PS3, which I started that, I believe, on Sunday, and then I beat it on Monday. I pretty much just plowed through it. Which wasn't easy, because the controller I was using at the time, and you'll see it once I end up using gameplay for it, the right trigger on my controller was acting up, so it was being oversensitive. There were times I would barely touch the thing, like my finger grazed the right trigger, and the game would just think I'm firing over and over, so I had to kind of press it again to stop the firing, so yeah. Which luckily I did find a working 360 controller. It's actually the very first one I got when I bought my first 360 from one of my friends. So yeah, that one works, and also the one I got when I bought a new 360. That one works too, except the battery pack's kind of loose. So if I can't even touch it, otherwise the controller thinks the battery pack is disconnected and the controller just shuts down. So, but if I ever wanted to use the new controller, I could probably just swap the battery pack from my old one and put it in the new one. So hopefully that'll work. But yeah. But with Call of Duty in general, I'm not the biggest fan of Call of Duty. I think it's okay. I mean, with FPS, I kind of prefer, more non-traditional FPSs, ones that kind of play differently, like ones like maybe Destiny. I have fun with Destiny. The only issue I didn't like with Destiny is that you always had to be connected to the internet. And there were times I got disconnected, and of course I had to restart the mission. It's the same with Battleborn back in the day. If any of you remember Battleborn, you always had to be connected. So, yeah. But Black Ops I thought was pretty fun, and pretty soon, maybe not pretty soon, but eventually I might start playing the Zombies mode with some of my friends, so that's pretty fun. I ended up buying all the DLC packs for that, so I got all the zombie maps. So I'm happy about that, because that mode's pretty difficult by yourself, so maybe I'll do better once I play with, 3 of my friends. And I think they said they focus on doing that with Black Ops and Black Ops 2. I think he mentioned he also might do it for Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4. So I have all of them except for Black Ops 4. I never thought I'd be buying Black Ops 4 because that's multiplayer only. But if he wants to do zombies on that, I'll buy it. Yeah. I've always said I've wanted to play more with my friends, so yeah. Now, Black Ops 2, I don't know. Well, I'll get to that later, but yeah. But overall, Black Ops I thought was pretty fun. I like the story. You know, I like Reznov as well, back from War to War. Reznov was a bro, man. Whew. But yeah. And then the last game that I beat this, I believe, a few weeks ago, was Yoshi's Island DS. More like I rebeat it, because I'm pretty sure, I don't remember back then if I had played it all the way through or not, so I decided to play it again a few months ago, and I beat it, which I thought it was pretty fun. I believe I did enjoy the original Yoshi's Island better on Super NES and Game Boy. I played the Game Boy Advance when, Super Mario Advance 3, was it? No, was it Super Mario Advance 2? I don't know. I played Yoshi's Island on Game Boy Advance back in the day, and that one was really fun. I would say I enjoyed the original Yoshi's Island more than the DS one, but not that the DS one was bad. I thought the whole concept of swapping the babies out was pretty cool. Your abilities change depending on what baby you have. But yeah, one thing I forgot to mention about Yoshi's Island DS, I said on Twitter, but that game is difficult. I mean, Mario games in general can get difficult once you start reaching the end, but I think that game was a little more difficult than the original on Game Boy Advance and Super NES. But yeah, I just want to throw that in there real quick. But like I said, still a fun game. Still a fun game, and I do have New Island, so I might play that sometime. And I should also try out maybe like Topsy Turvy and no, that's on Game Boy Advance. I don't think I can play that. I was thinking about Touch and Go, so yeah, I could probably try that out too. But yeah, those are the recent games that I've beaten from between November of last year, 2021, to March of 2022. So let's move on to something else. Okay, next I'll talk about some of the shows and movies that I've been watching. So show-wise, I've mostly been watching Super Dragon Ball Heroes, subbed original Yu-Gi-Oh! And that Naruto spin-off Rock Lee and his Ninja Pals. With Super Dragon Ball Heroes, I have been keeping up with that. There are times I have to go back and maybe watch an episode because they're kind of spaced out. They're spaced out kind of a bit. But yeah, I mean, I think it's okay. I mean, I like the fact that they bring back a lot of characters from like the older movies and stuff. I was surprised to see ones like even they brought Cell back too recently, which I thought that was pretty cool. And they brought in like Broly, which he can go Super Saiyan 4 with the original Broly, not the one from Dragon Ball Super. But even though I like Dragon Ball Super Broly better, but yeah. And they made it so Trunks, future Trunks can go Super Saiyan God, so that's pretty cool. And there's like two variations of Goku and Vegeta, so you got two Gokus and two Vegeta. So yeah, I know this is meant to be a promotional anime for that arcade game, which I think is also by the same name, Super Dragon Ball Heroes, or just Dragon Ball Heroes. But yeah, it's not too bad. It's a short watch. Each episode is like about 10 minutes, so yeah, pretty easy. And with the Naruto spinoff, that's a comedy show. That's pretty much it, just a comedy show. So I just watch that to have a good laugh. Though that show makes me miss Neji and Jiraiya so much. And just seeing them. Especially Neji back then was one of my favorite characters in Naruto, so seeing him in that show just makes me miss him so much. Ugh. And for Yu-Gi-Oh! Subbed, right now, I haven't watched that lately. I'm past the Duelist Kingdom arc. The episode I saw was when Yugi dueled against Rebecca, which I thought it was kind of funny because in the sub, I believe she's 12, but in the dub, she's 8. So it's like, why did the dub make her younger? Because normally, isn't it usually the other way around? The dub would make them older? Because, I thought that was kind of weird. I honestly thought that was kind of weird, but yeah. I should watch more of that. I need to watch a lot more of subbed Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it's just so much better than the dub. That's my opinion. No, don't be offended by it, or if you are, I don't care. But it's my opinion. And movie-wise, I don't really have much to say. I'm not much of a movie watcher. Movies I do want to see, I definitely want to see upcoming, Sonic 2. And with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, if you see it on Twitter, I am caught up with, Phase 1, 2, and 3. Phase 4, I've only seen No Way Home. I haven't seen Black Widow or Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings or Eternal, so I should probably watch those sometimes, since I have Disney Plus, so I can just do that. And I should watch some of those Star Wars shows too, like, I haven't seen The Mandalorian, or I know their Book of Boba Fett's out too, but yeah, like I said, I'm more of a gamer than a show watcher, movie watcher, so yeah, I just kind of focus more on playing games and watching stuff. I try to balance them out, but it's not easy at times. There are just times I just prefer sitting down and playing a game. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say for, stuff I'm watching, so we'll move on from there. Alright, next I'll talk about the games that I'm currently still playing through, which, let's see. And if you've been following me on YouTube, you'll see I'm doing Pokemon Sword and Shield battles. I've mostly been doing, not mostly, so far I've only done the recent competitions that they've done, which was the Test Your Luck competition, where you can only use, Pokemon with Metronome. And then recently they had one, the International February 2022 challenge, which you could use pretty much, it was a double battle format, which you could use 2 restricted Pokemon. So, and yeah, those were pretty fun. The Metronome one was pretty interesting. Just all the moves that you could use from that was, that was chaotic. Then with the 2022 February International Challenge, if you read the description on those videos, well, the first one at least, I just threw together a team. I really didn't make a double battle team. But one strategy I kept seeing in those battles I was doing was, someone using Tailwind. It was mostly, one strategy I kept seeing was a Pokemon, it was mostly Whimsicott using Tailwind, and then the other Pokemon proceeding to, sweep me, which was mostly that Calyrex, I believe is what it's called. Yeah, Calyrex, I don't know, It's the Legend of Pokemon that you capture in the Crown Tundra DLC, and it was mostly, I also saw Shadow Rider Calyrex. I didn't see Ice Rider, but yeah, that was the strategy I saw. And funny enough, I just saw in Cerebi they announced the next one, 2022 International Challenge March, which it looks like it's the same rules as before. It's a double battle competition. You have to participate in 3 battles to get Shiny Galarian Zapdos. You can register between now and March 10th, and it looks like can you use 2 restricted Pokemon? Yep, 2 restricted. It's the exact same rules as this last one, so yeah. I guess maybe I might try and raise a Pokemon with Tailwind. Maybe I can try and do that too, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, and I guess after these challenges are over, I might just start doing regular ranked battles. See how I do there. Because like I said before, I'm raising a lot of in the very first Sword and Shield battle I posted, which was the first one for the Test Your Luck comp, I said that I'm raising a lot of Pokemon, which is true. I've got a lot of Pokemon ready, and once these competitions are over, the international challenges, I'll probably just go on some ranked battles, do single battles there, and see how I do there. See how the meta's changed from Battle Revolution on the Wii back in the day. I've also been playing my usual amount of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, and I've started getting into Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel as well, which, I'm not going to lie, I didn't think this would happen, but I'm enjoying Master Duel more than Duel Links, because I was playing Duel Links on my phone, but my phone's kind of getting outdated, because, the games are always updating, and my phone's kind of old, so, Duel Links on my phone is always crashing for me. I can barely do one or two duels before the game crashes. So yeah, I've just been playing on PC, which it runs better on PC. The only thing that sucks is that the Steam version, for some reason, doesn't have the Japanese voices. It only has the English and the Korean voices, which on mobile, it has English, Korean, and Japanese voices. So, me, by default, I set them to Japanese, but on PC, they're on English. So, yeah, not all the dub voices are bad. It's just, I don't know, I just prefer it subbed. But, yeah, oh well. But like I said, Master Duel, I've been enjoying that a lot. I made a few decks. I'm kind of getting the hang of Link summoning. That's the only summoning method I'm still not 100% familiar with. That, and I guess also Pendulum summoning. I'm not too familiar with that either, though. I'm getting the hang of that because of Duel Links. But yeah, I think as of now in Duel Links, the Aporia event has ended. So I think they're doing that event to get Anna Kaboom. Maybe I could be wrong, but yeah. And in Master Duel, I believe the Exes Festival just ended. I don't know if they have anything else going on, but yeah. And will I do videos of Duel Links and Master Duel of gameplay? I might. I did do some Duel Links videos back in the day, so I guess we'll see what happens. I might just keep it the same format as the Pokemon videos as well, where I just show the replay of the duel, with no commentary. So, but with Duel Links, I'm gonna make it so it's going to be in the 3D format, not the top view format. I think that's better for watching a duel. So we'll see what happens. If I run into some good duels, I'll save them and post them for you guys. So yeah. And oh yeah, I recently did get that Super Mario Party Mario Kart 8 Deluxe bundle. I got that brand new actually for a pretty good price. So you guys are probably wondering, why'd you get Super Mario Party? And like, that bundle was a good deal. I mean, I got it, like I said, I got it for a good price. It was hard to pass up. But yeah, I've been playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I haven't played Super Mario Party, but yeah, I'm here to talk about Mario Kart. But man, it has been so long since I've played Mario Kart 8. Just playing that again, like I said on Twitter, I was just so happy. It just made me smile playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and getting to use my girl, the Inkling girl. So yeah. She'll probably be my main along with, because back in 8, my mains were probably like Rosalina and Link. So I'll keep them. I'll add Inkling Girl to that too. Kind of weird saying mains for Mario Kart, but I don't give a fuck. And I guess I'll see what else happens. And I'll probably try to unlock Gold Mario as well. Won't be easy, but I guess we'll see what happens. I think a lot of my friends have done it, and if they can do it, I think I can do it too. So yeah, what I'm going to do for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I'm just going to kind of go through all the Grand Prix, get as many kart parts as I can. Then after that, and I'm going to try this and do this before the first set of DLC comes out. I'm going to do that, then I'm just going to do like a bunch of online races. I'll probably just play, worldwide. Maybe sometimes I'll do regional, but I mostly do worldwide. And like I've said before, if you see me online, just go ahead and feel free to join me. I'm always happy to race you guys. So yeah, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Online. I haven't done that in a long time. It should be fun. Should be rage-inducing, but that's Mario Kart in general. Like I said, I try not to get mad at games these days. Mario Kart, I just don't give a fuck anymore about being good or being bad. I just play for fun. I've already said that before, but yeah. And let's see, the main 2 games that I'm focusing on right now that I have listed on my Twitter that I'm playing through. The recent one I started was Jump Force on PS4. I know, the game didn't do well, people don't like it, but I think it's an okay game. I think it's better than J-Stars Victory Versus Plus, but that's not saying too much because J-Stars I thought was garbage. Jump Force is a little better but yeah. I mostly started Jump Force because I wanted to make sure I got the DLC, because I did buy it before they delisted it. I just wanted to make sure that it works, which it does. I already have some gameplay up on YouTube, and I have that one shit post I did, Naruto's son meets God, which just Kaiba owning Boruto. So yeah, that shows that I have the DLC. I have all the characters and even the pre-order DLC, which is just outfits for your character and the little Frieza pod that you can move around in. So yeah. The story so far seems pretty generic. Right now I'm just recruiting other characters for the Jump Force team or whatever the fuck it's called that the director said. But yeah, I don't remember who the last person I got was, but like I said, yeah, I'm just enjoying the game so far. And if you're wondering what kind of avatar I made, I pretty much made Yuri from Doki Doki Literature Club, which I think I did a pretty good job with. I had a picture with me on my phone the whole time I was making the avatar. I just wanted to get it just right. That's how picky I am. Because, Yuri's one of my favorite characters. She, in general, she's my favorite character from Doki Doki Literature Club, so I want to make sure I got it just right. So, yeah. And I'm thinking I might do that in Xenoverse 2. I might also make Yuri there, too, and maybe make her a Saiyan so that, so that, she can go, like, Super Saiyan... Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, all that stuff. So she can go from having purple hair to blonde hair to red hair to blue hair. So I think that'd be pretty cool. Because I thought about making her just, human at first, but then I looked up. I recently watched a video for all the transformations and stuff that all the races can do in Xenoverse 2, and a lot of people seem to say that the because with the humans in Xenoverse 2, they get the Power Pole and Nimbus combo, which a lot of people say isn't very good. So I thought I'll just make her a Saiyan then. So yeah. I thought about just pretty much doing that for any game I play where you create a character. I'm not, because back then, like when I was younger, I would always make the character look like me. I mean, who didn't? I know a lot of people who did. Maybe some of you didn't, maybe some of you did. That's just something I did back when I was younger. Nowadays, though, sometimes I'll just make up a character, pull a character out of thin air, just make it like in Xenoverse 1, I just made a female Saiyan. I just looked at all the options, just pick what I liked. And if you're wondering what I made in Xenoverse 2, I made a Frieza race character. I think they're called Frosty, because I think that's what Cell calls them. And I made him look like Cooler. It's supposed to be like a good guy Cooler. His name is Inferno, so he goes, Frieza and his family, they're named after cold stuff. So I decided to name my character after something hot. So yeah. I might actually remake the character, like probably next time I get on Xenoverse 2, I might just gather the Dragon Balls and maybe remake him, because as of now, he kind of looks like a fusion between Cooler and Janemba, which both characters are in Xenoverse 2, so I might change up the colors a bit. Maybe make him look like his name, make him like red or orange, because his name's Inferno. He should look like fire, the opposite of what Frieza and Cooler and King Korra, so yeah. But that's just me going on about that. Might do that, also make Yuri there, so yeah. And the main single-player game that I'm focusing on is Final Fantasy XIII on Xbox 360, which, funny enough, not counting demos and all this stuff, and I guess if you don't count Final Fantasy XIV either, because that's an MMO, this is my first Final Fantasy game that I'm playing through. Kind of an odd way to start, because I know 13, people have mixed feelings about 13. Because I wanted to play a JRPG. I was kind of trying to choose between either that or Fire Emblem The Binding Blade or even Tales of Symphonia on GameCube, and so I just started looking around the internet. I went to like a Reddit page called Patient Gamers, which is pretty much where you talk about games that have been out for a while that you waited to get on sale or something. If you want to learn more about that, just go to the page itself. But I just went there, and funny enough, I saw people there talking about Final Fantasy 13, so I'm just like, this is a sign. This is a sign that I should play Final Fantasy 13, so, because people are saying, it's underrated, it's better than you think, all that kind of stuff, so I decided to give it a try, and I'm having fun so far. I like the characters so far. I really like Lightning. Even before then, I thought she was always I liked her design, and playing the game so far, I like her. And the combat system, I mean, at first it's simplistic, and then once you get the paradigm shifts, or whatever they're called, then it gets a little complicated, because then you gotta make sure and then you start getting magic and all of that, so you can cast you get element magic. You can also get buffs for your characters, debuffs for your opponents. So it gets a little more complex after that. So yeah, it was one of those I couldn't just breeze through the battles after that. There were times I usually like to buff my characters and debuff the enemy before I just go all out on them. So yeah, it seems to be the safer thing to do. So yeah, and then of course it's always good to have a healer on you. So yeah, and I always try to learn about the enemy's weaknesses, which that also really helps. But yeah, and also try to get their stagger meter up so I can really inflict some damage on them. But yeah. Last thing I did in Final Fantasy 13, I think I fought some kind of big, I'm on the, they were trying to fly away from the military, and I think they crashed on the rim of not Cocoon. Is it the rim of Cocoon? It might be the rim of Cocoon. They crashed on the rim of there, and I got everyone reunited. The party leader right now is Saz. I think I might be mispronouncing his name. It's the black guy, and I have Lightning on the team, and Vanilla as well, yeah. And we just beat this big machine. I forgot what it's called. It was some kind of big machine. You have to fight it twice. One of its attacks, it does a wrecking ball. It's literally called Wrecking Ball. So yeah, you might know what I'm talking about if you played it. But yeah, game's pretty fun so far. I'm still on disc 1. I kind of wonder when I'm going to switch to disc 2 and disc 3, but I'm in no hurry. I'm just enjoying the game at my own pace. So yeah, I'm kind of going back and forth between that and Jump Force. So yeah, Like Final Fantasy 13, I can play in my room, and then Jump Force I can play in the game room. And I'm playing Jump Force on PS5, so the loading times aren't as bad as they were on, base PS4, because that's what I have. I have a base PS4 and PS5, so. But yeah, that's what I'm playing through so far right now. So let's move on from there. Alright, next up, one game that I might get later this month would be Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, because the physical version is coming out soon. I know it's already out digitally for everything, but I like to get physical games, and the physical release for this is only going to be on PS4 and PS5, since it's going to be on March 15th, so I haven't fully decided whether I'm going to get that day one or not. I'm going to get it eventually. Day one, like I said, it's kind of up in the air, which it's kind of funny, because with my experience with Five Nights at Freddy's, I've never actually played any of them. I played a demo for the first one, which was just the first 2 nights, and just like the bitch that I am, I was panicking the whole time. I did run out of power on both nights, but I still survived before Freddy got me. So yeah. So my experience with that is mostly just watching other YouTubers play, like Markiplier. I like watching him play because he's pretty good at it. So yeah. I've watched a little gameplay for Security Breach. I didn't want to watch too much because I wanted to play it for myself. But yeah, it looks pretty interesting from what I've seen. So I'm looking forward to playing it one day. So yeah. And 2 games that I've pre-ordered that are coming out this month would be Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origins. We're getting that for PS5, and Kirby and the Forgotten Land, which Kirby and the Forgotten Land, I've got that paid off. I put that down at a GameStop, so all I have to do is just go pick it up. That game looks pretty fun. I've talked about that game a bit before, but it's looking really, really good. And one thing I just find, one thing the internet just took over, and I agree with it, is the whole, I think it's called mouthful mode, when he gets the car or with any kind of other big thing. God, that's just so ridiculous. Like I said, I thought it was painful at first, but then, I remember Kirby can stretch pretty far, so it doesn't hurt him, I guess. But yeah. And with Stranger of Paradise, I originally also had that pre-order at GameStop, but I canceled it there, because I found out Best Buy, you can get a steelbook if you pre-order from them, and I love getting steelbooks. My brother and I love collecting steelbooks. So we got it from there. We just took the money from Stranger of Paradise and put that on Kirby, and then I just had to pay like $4 other dollars, and then yep, it's paid off. So yeah. And speaking of steelbooks, I know Best Buy's also been doing that for a couple of movies lately. I think they were doing that it was for the Eternals. Best Buy has a steelbook for that. I don't know if they still have it. For that, and also for that Kingsman trilogy, which I thought about getting those because, like I said, I love getting steelbooks. I do have a few movie ones, not too many. Only one I can think of off the top of my head right now is I have one for that Yu-Gi-Oh! Bonds Beyond Time movie. I got the steelbook for that, which I didn't even know there was a steelbook for that. But that's pretty cool. And I'm happy with that movie, at least on DVD and Blu-ray. It's subbed. You can watch it subbed, so I'm happy about that. Only Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie you can't do that with on DVD and Blu-ray is, the first one, which is Pyramid of Light. So you just have to watch that on the internet somewhere if you want to watch it sub, but yeah. But yeah, it's just games I might get, games pre-ordered, so yeah, well, let's go on from there. Now I'll go ahead and talk about games that I might start up this month. First one being Call of Duty Black Ops 2. And like I said, pretty soon I might start playing Black Ops Zombies with some of my friends, and they said they said right now they're focusing on Black Ops and Black Ops 2, so I can do Black Ops. I just can't do Black Ops 2 because I haven't even started the game up yet. So I might also be able to breeze through Black Ops 2, maybe, because I did hear there are multiple endings in that game depending on what you do. So I might go back and play it multiple times just to see the different endings, but yeah, we'll see what happens. And I'll have to get the Zombies maps for that, which I think there's a season pass, so you can probably just get it all in one big purchase, so yeah. Imagine spending this much money on a freaking 360 game when Xbox Series X is out, but hey, if it means playing with my friends and having fun, I'll do it, I'll spend money I'll spend money so I can play some fun games with my friends and have a good time, so yeah. We'll see how I do with Zombies, so yeah. Another game I might start up is Kandagawa Jet Girls on PS4. because I've wanted to try out other racing games, and that game looks pretty fun. I do have it, and I did watch the anime for it. I thought it was okay, and it's made by the same guy who made Senran Kagura, which the Kanagawa Gekros does have a few Senran Kagura guest characters, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, I'll play through the story of that, and then get the Senran Kagura characters. Might go online too, see if I can find anyone, but yeah. I kind of doubt it, but you never know what happens. So if not, I'll probably just do a bunch of free races and just get them for background gameplay like I do with almost everything. But yeah, should be a good time. Should be a fun old time. I mentioned starting this up a while back. I still haven't though. Is Fire Emblem: The Binding Blade on Game Boy Advance, and if you don't know, that's the Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem game that we never got. That's the one that Roy is in. So yeah, I thought about starting that up, but I still haven't. Like I said, I might maybe do that. I might do that after Final Fantasy 13 because it's also a JRPG, and I kind of want to focus on only one of those at a time because they're very story focused. I gotta get used to the combat, so yeah, I don't want to forget anything. So I'll probably start a Binding Blade maybe after Final Fantasy 13. So yeah. And as for when I'm going to play 13.2 and 13.3 or Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13, I don't know. I do have them. I do have 13.2 and Lightning Returns 13, so, but, yeah. And for Fire Emblem, I actually made a list of all the ones that I'm going to play since, there were some that never came out but that got translated, so, yeah, let's take a look at that real quick. Yeah, the list I'll play them in is Binding Blade for Game Boy Advance, Shadow Dragon for DS, and I did find a ROM hack that's translated for New Mystery of the Emblem for DS, so that'll be next. Then Radiant Dawn on Wii, Awakening on 3DS, Fates on 3DS, Echo Shadows of Valentia on 3DS, and then Three Houses on Switch. Those are the only ones I haven't played. I've played Path of Radiance on GameCube, and I've played the one that we just call Fire Emblem on Game Boy Advance, which I think is called the Blazing Blade, and then also Sacred Stones? Yeah, Sacred Stones on Game Boy Advance. I've played those, and I had fun with those. One thing that I like, though, with Sacred Stones, and I think Blazing Blade did that too, is you could actually train your characters, just doing free battles on the route, which, that was pretty cool. Just, don't do too many of those, because, your weapons will break if you do too many, and then if you don't have enough money to buy any new ones, then you're fucked. You can't, you go into, the story battle, and you can't do anything. So yeah. And, I'm not gonna, I've already said before, I don't marathon games anymore, so I don't know when, between Binding Blade and Shadow Dragon, I don't know when I'll play Shadow Dragon, but, it'll happen eventually. But, yeah. And then another game I might start up, I don't know, maybe this month or anything, would be Xenoblade Chronicles X. That's mostly because, the Wii U and 3DS eShops are going down, and a lot of people have said, that game did receive several patches that you have to download that make the game run better. So I want to make sure I get those before, they go away and you can never get them again. So I might either start up Xenoblade X, or my brother recommended this. I just, boot up the game and then just download the patch. You don't even have to play the game, and then you'll have them when you want to play the game. So it's like, yeah, I could do that. But we'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. And that's pretty much it for this month for games that I might start up, so let's go on from there. Okay, last segment I'll talk about just a few random things. I said earlier that, with Dual Links, that it doesn't really work too well on my phone anymore. That's because, I guess, mobile games keep updating, and as they keep updating, if your phone is too old, then it won't work too well. That was the case with Dual Links at first, but now it's the case with pretty much all the mobile games I have, which also is Sonic Dash and Pokemon Go. I think that's all I have on here. Yeah, I don't play too many mobile games, but yeah. Look, like I said, Duel Links, I've just moved on to playing that on PC. Pokemon Go, that one runs okay, just sometimes the Pokemon pictures don't show, and there's just a black square. And with Sonic Dash, man, that game lags. The sound will just get all messed up, and the game just slows down to a crawl. Which, also with Sonic Dash, I posted on Twitter on February 5th, that if I had logged in a week earlier, I could have gotten Lunar Blaze. I feel robbed. I could have gotten my girl in a cute outfit. Damn it. Well, hopefully they'll bring that back sometime. I mean, they might not, because I know in Sonic Dash they have a lot of characters there that they don't bring back, so, oh well. Not like the characters in that game play any different. They really don't. It's pretty much whose backside you're going to be looking at. And there's no voice acting either, except for the bosses, which is just Eggman and Zaz. So, but I was able to get the character after the Lunar Blaze event, which was Linebacker Omega, which that's a really cool looking skin for Omega. Which is funny because they don't even have base Omega, so they just have Omega in a skin, but still looks good. Oh yeah, and I played that Switch Sports playtest, which I believe I talked about that in one of the last videos I did. We're talking about, my return to online gaming, which that was fun. I haven't had that much fun in online gaming for a long time, so like I said, I've already said it in that video, but I'm probably gonna give online gaming another try, just only with certain genres, mostly just turn-based things like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, and games where I don't experience lag. I forgot to say this in the video. I posted a comment on the video about my return to online gaming, but another reason I don't like online gaming a lot is because of lag. It's mostly button input lag, button delay, where you press a button but the game doesn't register it until like seconds later, I just do not like that. Which is why I don't play fighting games online, because I always experience that in fighting games, and it's just, no, I just don't like that. Ugh. But yeah, games I'll focus on online, like I said, will be turn-based things like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! I'll do some racing games too, because I've never really experienced lag in racing games, at least gameplay lag or input lag, Closest to input lag, I'd say, back in Mario Kart Wii, like when you get an item and you can press the button to stop the roulette. Sometimes that doesn't work online, but I don't mind that. I guess that's because of input delay. You try to stop the roulette when you have an item, but it doesn't work. But I'm like, I don't care about that. That's not a deal breaker for me. So yeah. And for racing games, I guess I'll do 8 Deluxe. I might do Kondagawa Jet Girls, and if I get any other racing games, with that Disney, what's it called? Disney Speedstorm? I'm on Twitter right now. Let me see. Disney Speedstorm. I'll definitely do that. And if I get any other racing games like Team Sonic Racing or Crash Team Racing or anything else, I'll do online for that as well. And I might do some shooters as well. Like I said, I like to do PvE as well, so I'll be doing, Black Ops Zombies and Black Ops 2 Zombies with my friends. I might do some other things as well. I might go back to maybe playing Overwatch online. I mean, that's kind of the only way you can do it. With Overwatch, though, I mostly just do PvE, like when they bring those events in, like, Junkenstein, and, you know what I mean, the PvE things. I mostly do that for Overwatch. Archives, Overwatch Archives, that. I love doing that stuff. But I might, if I can get a team together, I might just try to do some ranked and unranked matches. I know some of my friends were doing that back then. I think they kind of stopped, though. Funny, because I think they stopped when Crossplay came out, which that's the only way I could play with them since they were all on Switch and I'm on PS4. So I wasn't gonna buy the game again just for that. I kind of don't want to, because I don't really think it runs too well on Switch. So yeah, but I guess we'll see about that. Maybe I can get another team together. But yeah, and I thought about looking into that Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six what's it called, Extraction. It's a spin-off of Rainbow Six Siege, but this one's PvE. I thought about looking into that too, so I haven't watched any gameplay of that, so I might look that up as well, but yeah. And let me see. Oh yeah, other channels to find me on. Besides my main channel, you can also sometimes find me on the Gaming Master Guys and Jay Jugular channel. I'm not on there as often as other people are, because like I said, they mostly do sessions, on weekdays, and I work on weekdays, so you might not see me that often, but, occasionally you might see me. And like I said before, I'm changing my mindset when it comes to playing games online with, with friends, so, I try not to get mad. I'm just playing for fun. So, but like I said, I'm not perfect, and, if you see me rage, that's just me being imperfect, like the imperfect person I am. So I apologize for that, but at the end of the day, it's all fun and games, so yeah, there's no hard feelings or anything, but yeah. And speaking of the Gaming Master Guys, we are working on a big project that'll be coming out maybe this year or next year. I'm not going to say anything else because I don't want to give anything away. But yeah, I will definitely be there for that. So yeah, look forward to that. And yeah. And I guess this will wrap up this episode of Sparkscast, episode 1 for March 2022. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If there's anything at all that you want me to talk about in this podcast, any questions, topics you want me to bring up, let me know in the comments below, and I'll consider talking about that in the next episode or future episodes. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think of this in the comments below. I really want to keep doing this. This was actually a lot of fun to record. And again, big thanks to Jeremy from the JW channel for helping me come up with this idea. Go check him out, as well as the rest of the Gaming Master guys. You know, their channels are in my on my profile. I'll probably put links in the description as well. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, for listening, and like I said, you got any ideas for stuff for me to talk about? You have any questions for me? Let me know in the comments, and I would definitely consider it. So thanks again. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, check out my Patreon, all that good social media jazz, and I will see you guys next time. Make sure to wash your hands, keep your distance, wear a mask, get vaccinated, and most importantly, have a good day. Bye.